Rebuilding Zion. Zechariah 10. Chapter 10 opens with solemn words concerning the evils that still were practiced among the people. The rain of blessing would descend from God, and not proceed from the idols, or teraphim, little images by which men sought to probe into future events. All that came from this source was but vanity, and the shepherds of the people, who dealt with such things, would have the anger of God against them, for God was going to take up the house of Judah and use them in the execution of judgment in some directions. The word oppressor in verse 4 has apparently the meaning of ruler, but, even so, the details of that verse do not refer exactly to the Messiah, but rather to what God will raise up among his people in the last days. It would agree with what we read in Jeremiah 51 verse 20, concerning Israel: "Thou art my battle axe and weapons of war, for with thee will I break in pieces the nations." At the end of the age, the Lord himself will execute judgment upon certain nations; upon others he will do so by means of a restored Israel. Of this our chapter speaks, from verse 5 to the end. It will be an Israel spiritually recreated, and also physically regathered, for God will hiss for them, or pipe as shepherds used to do in the gathering of their sheep. He will gather them out of Egypt to the south and out of Assyria to the north, as once he smote the river in the days of Moses. Having regathered them, he will strengthen them, so that they walk up and down in his name, which means they will be rightly representing him on the earth at last. All this clearly looks on to the end of the age.